What's up, guys? Back on another one. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's poppin', guys? How y'all living?
Las Vegas coming back at you, another unbiased real reaction.
Yeah, shout out to our free thinkers.
Yeah, man. So,
all right, part three.
Part three. Where did we leave off at last time? Was warming up, right?
Yep. So it looks like we got Wizard of Oz right now.
Yeah, man.
So, all right, let's see what's going on. Let's get into it.
Bitch, I've been running my city like I am the Wizard of Oz. I don't do this shit for nothing but the family and the squad. I just paid 10 million in taxes. Finger fuck all of them bastards. Way back in my GED classes. I don't mean to stun on their asses. I'm way too diverse to stay in one lane. Increase the auto tune so y'all can feel the pain. Yeah. Pour that drink up in my gut to catch a vibe. I think I'm the best rapper alive.
You know, it's difficult being an artist, Ryan. I'm gonna say something weird here. You know what this album reminds me of?
What's up?
Reminds me of Neo.
Neo, huh?
What does it remind you of Neo? Neo, okay. So, Neo. I use Neo as an example because I liked Neo when he first came out. Right? Neo had an album called In My Own Words, his first album. Go check that out. Dope album. Dope. If you're in R&B, great R&B album. Neo had this aura around him, right? He was this artist that wrote for a lot of artists, sort of a ghostwriter. He had co-signed by Jay-Z, Rihanna, like that, co-signed by a lot of like big names in the industry. And then he follows that up with dropping a really dope R&B based album,
right,
with kind of a pop twist to it, right? Neo puts another album out after that. Still had some of those R&B elements, but you started to see him veer away from what made him successful. And then he dropped another album after that. It was like an electronic dance album, and then his fans were like, he's done. Yeah. He's done. So I feel for artists because artists have to, there's a fine line of staying true to your art or satisfying your core fan base, but also evolving as an artist.
Yep,
right?
That's a good
it's
point.
Tough. If you go too far into evolution, then your core fans are like, fuck this dude, he's gone. He's making bullshit music. But if you don't evolve as an artist, then people are saying, oh, he's just making the same music all the time.
Yep. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So you got to walk that line carefully.
You have to.
I got you.
So it's yes, evolve. My thing about artists is yes, you want to evolve, but you have to evolve in sort of increments. You have to still maintain what people love about you.
What makes you great, yeah.
But still start making those little changes along the way and let it grow sort of incrementally. Don't just make a sharp deviation from how you've grown your base, right?
Yep.
Your fan base. I say that to say, this to me seems like a very sharp deviation from what I've heard from Logic and some of the past mixtapes.
I agree with you.
Think so?
I agree with you. Yep, I agree with you.
Let's look at the Bobby Tarantino. So what did that have on it? It had 44 bars,
which was dope,
and it had flexecution.
Yeah.
So you were still
one end of the spectrum of the other.
So you're still able to flex, but then you got some substance with 44 bars. Then you had Slave 2, right? So it had a little bit of a mixture there.
Yep.
So he was still he was keeping what his fans love him for, right? Those deep, introspective songs, those songs that make you feel something. He had Nicki on there, I believe, as well, which his fans like. But he also kind of gave you a little bit of flex too, right? And that was on the Bobby Tarantino tape. Yeah. This shit
is all bangers. Right?
It just seems like it's all him flexing the entire way. Now we haven't heard the whole thing, but it feels like
we're pretty close though.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. It seems like there's 3/4 here at this point.
Yeah.
It feels like it's not enough of the core things that we all like about Logic. So that's what
I think that's a great observation. I think you bring up a good point because he said that in Flexecution, right? Yeah. This is what y'all said y'all really wanted, right? Yeah. So I get it. I get what you're saying. I think that's a valid point, man. I still like his flow and things like that in this album, but yeah, if I have to be unbiased and objective, it is a lot different than what we love about Logic.
Yes.
Because what I love about Logic is that he can give you bars as well as flow.
Yep, and substance. He can give you. He makes some fun songs where he can kind of do his thing and flex a little bit, but he can give you a little bit more substance. And I think the substance is really what people really love about him. Yes. I think that's his core. And if you deviate too far away from that, and then make sure that you're putting more bars in. I feel like he's definitely just dropped off significantly in terms of the lyricism. Like I said, I don't mind having a bit of fun, but I'm not hearing much of anything bar-wise. You know what I mean, on this project. So sorry about that long pause. But as I was listening to that song, I was just envisioning what I thought of the entire project thus far, and that's really what came to me. So it is what it is.
Makes sense.
But let's get back to it.
Cool.
Bitch, I've been running my city like I am the Wizard of Oz.
Production's always dope though.
Yep. Money ain't everything to me. Now what's that money to a god?
throughout the entire album. Not really saying much lyrically that's catching me. Not very clever on that song. Beat was hard, flow was cool. But that's pretty much the common thing I'm seeing, what I mean, throughout the album. Just lyrics are just kind of almost below average to me on most of the tracks here.
I got you.
And flow's cool. Even though flow wasn't that dynamic on this one, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And the beat was, the production's good.
Lazy track is what I call that.
Yeah, skippable. It is what it is, though. So on the next one, State of Emergency.
This one got 2 chains on it, huh?
Yeah,
2 chains. And I wish a nigga would like a kitchen cabinet.
That's such a tragedy. I see murder like it's masterpiece. Drug dealing academy. Summa cum laude, I made A's, rarely made a beat. Watch 1080p, cost 80 a piece. I need 80.
Okay, hold up though. Yeah, he had a couple lines though. I see murder like it's Master P. See murder is Master P's brother, but I see murder.
Yeah.
But see murder is Master P's brother. I made A's. You say he was a drug dealer. He was in the drug dealer academy. I made A's, rarely B's. So his flow, his delivery on that was cool.
Yeah.
I think just 2 Chainz just gives you unorthodox punches. They're just unorthodox. You know what I'm saying? It just does crazy shit. So, but I like how he came in on the track.
I ride this beat like an ATV. To see me, you need HD TV. Being broke is like an allergy.
Running with my homies now. Everybody
Nah, bro. Nah. You heard how he said allergy?
I think that might have been deliberate, but it didn't sound like it. Versus ADD. Yeah, they are ADD.
Yeah.
haters talk shit, but deep down still wonder what it feel like. Yeah, you know I am right. I just signed a $30 million deal. How that feel? Goddamn right. No, that ain't a rapper flex. I ain't in the club throwing dollars. I'm a GameStop. Remember used to sell trees on the same block. I went platinum and double platinum and triple platinum from rapping. I'm snapping. They wonder what happened. They was hating, now they clapping like yeah.
Yeah, this beat sound ADD-ish.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
I don't like the beat.
It's kind of weird, man. And it's kind of a hard beat to rap on.
It's sort of an odd rhythm to the beat, an odd groove to it. You know what I mean? Just the way the drums are hitting doesn't seem to
it's just
have a traditional.
It's a lot going on. It's weird.
Yeah, and even outside, exactly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like somebody transforming.
Yeah.
RoboCop. Yeah, even outside of the sort of the odd drum pattern, I don't like this what they've chosen in terms of the instruments in it either. Yeah. I mean, whatever they're using that.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, I'm not fucking with it. So. You know what I'm saying? So, Logic's not really saying anything on this track either. You know what I mean? You're killing me, Logic.
He doesn't even sound comfortable.
Yeah, he seems, good point.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even sound comfortable doing this.
Yep. When you flex, you're really not supposed to you're not supposed to catch yourself, right? You're not supposed to say, I spent $100,000, but I gave half of it to charity.
Yeah, exactly.
No. It's the art of flexing, like I was listening to the ASAP Ferg song, when he was like, her mate, Link, can feed a village in Liberia. He didn't say can feed a village in Liberia, but also, just so you know, I actually did feed the village in Liberia with that link. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, don't get me wrong, I'm not an asshole.
Yeah.
That's not, to your point, it feels like he's not supposed to be talking about that.
Right, exactly.
It's completely outside of his comfort zone.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're supposed to just say some fly shit and let it rock. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to spoon feed your fans to make sure that they know that not just a good guy, or maybe he feels that he has to constantly keep reminding his fans, but it comes off kind of cheesy, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not him.
Yeah,
it's just not him, and if and that's great. That's what I love about Logic, that he doesn't flex.
Just do you.
Yeah, I just feel like it's forced, man. So
good point.
I spit the finest of flows. I count cash, you count hoes, you never get. That's why your shit is counterfeit. This that reasonable doubt shit. Jay in his prime. This a state of emergency, not. Kill him with kindness, you too weak, like 7 times 2. So show some respect when this muscle comes through. Woo!
Kill him with kindness, you too weak, like 7 times
14.
Yeah.
2 weeks worth. Let's just define a line before they say you missed it. So he said, kill him with kindness, you too weak, like 7 times 2, which is 4. 7 times 2 is 14, but 2 weeks is 14 days.
Yes.
Yeah, didn't like that one at all.
Yeah.
I like the beat. I didn't like Logic lyrically is just not good. You know what I'm saying? It just was really nothing that he said in here, man. To Ryan's point, he really looked out of his comfort zone.
Yeah,
on this one, it pretty much the vast majority of the album, it just seems like it's forced.
Yeah,
it's been forced. The flexing has been forced. And that's why it's just like, maybe if you're gonna do the flex thing, it's not you want to just have fun and just make it like one song, dude. Just make it one song, have a good time with it. People know that that's not you, but they just know you're having fun. But to dedicate an entire album to it, it really is exposing his inability to do it well, in my opinion.
Well, I look like a lost puppy dog right now because I fuck with Logic heavy, man.
Yeah. I'm not sure what his fans are thinking of this album. We haven't had a really chance to delve into the comments and look at it, but I don't know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys don't fucking fish fillet us
right, I'm
in the comments. But if I don't know how this album's being received, but if it's not being received well, then hopefully Logic's team takes heed to it and they make the adjustments, man. You know what I mean? Let's go back. Sometimes you got to go back to basics.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All right, so on to the next one. What's Up? Featuring Big Sean.
Okay.
All right.
This might be hot.
I'm like, what's up, ho? Where you been? What you know about? Oh, no. Who let him in? I'ma show him out. Never know who's real.
Like that. Who let him in? I'ma show him out. I like the beat, though. I like the beat.
Yep.
So far, so.
And I like the cadence of the chorus too.
The chorus is not bad, man. Let's keep it going.
Bitch, I'm the one I consistently prove. I stuck to the code like a finishing move. I hit a groove that they can't undo, and over the years all I did was improve. I like a woman that's all natural, like give her good energy and let her reciprocate. A young nigga that's trying to innovate. I've been in ways to imitate, then renegade. So blessed, I might just make a whole gospel album. Performing Sundays till it's time to rap. So shine down the Logic, instant classic. Like what's up, ho? Where you been? What you know about?
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was an okay verse by Big Sean. I do like the bitch, I'm the one I consistently prove. I stuck to the code like a finishing move.
Yeah.
That was a hard ass line right there.
Big Sean is actually pretty dope, man.
Big Sean can rap. I think he just put out the joint with Metro Boomin and that got like horrible reviews.
Yeah.
So that kind of set him back. You know what I mean? Because he was in that conversation for the guys that were like kind of running the game a little bit. Right. It was obviously, Drake, Cole, and Kendrick are always, they've just been up here for the last 8 years, whatever the case may be. But then below that tier was like Big Sean, Wale. Yeah. And then Big Sean and Wale have just made some moves that really have kind of set him back. Wale with his last album, which I didn't like, and then Big Sean with the Metro Boomin. Right. And I think shout out to Joe Budden, I think he said this on Everyday Struggle. He was just saying, Big Sean's moves lack integrity. They're not calculated enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. Putting that album out with Metro Boomin, you know what I mean? What seemed like sort of a lazy, sort of half-assed project had a couple corny lines in there. It's not what we know he's capable of.
Correct. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of really focusing, laying back, and putting out, making sure that shit to a T is a quality project. So, because that influences people's perception of where you are in the game.
Exactly. Especially people that know hip hop.
Yes, but Big Sean is still dope. I'm not gonna let these last couple moves take away from the fact that the dude can rap.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Great point. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Yeah. So
exactly. So
we gonna see. But that was an okay verse. I did like the finishing move. The stuck to the code like a finishing move though. That was hard. Like on the video game, you have the code for a finishing move, but I stuck to the street code or the code of how he moves in life. That was straight. All right, let's keep it going.
Higher than ever with no pill. I just updated my old deal. Told Def Jam no less than 20 mil. And they cut that shit. Yeah, I've been there like, what's up, bitch? Put your favorite rapper, they cut that shit.
Yeah. He's getting paid.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
I don't think that you could ever come away from this project and not know that Logic got a big ass check from Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? He's made sure that we're aware.
Yeah. Tell me how you want it, got a pedal to the metal. I'm a gunner like a semi-automatic. I'm bringing it static. I had to get a hook like an addict. And yeah, I'm glad that it went the way it did. Big boy money, I'm fulfilled here. Only fresh prints in my pocket. I came from nothing, no hater can stop it. Only the illest, you know that I got it. Sound of the Logic, yeah, I'm like, what's up, ho?
That was a flow clinic again.
You got off on the flow.
Yeah, flow clinic again.
Big boy money, Uncle Phil here. Only fresh prints.
Yeah,
in my pockets, fresh money prints.
Fresh prints, as in, I got dollars.
But fresh.
Just print them dollars. Print them dollars.
Prints. But also Fresh Prince, as in the show Fresh Prince with Will
Uncle
Smith
Phil.
and his Uncle Phil. Cool. Decent little line. Flow was sped up the flow. Got sped up the tempo of the flow there. So that was cool. That wasn't bad.
That wasn't.
That was an okay
I like
range.
that. I like that.
The beat is hard. And I thought him and Big Sean both flowed their asses off on that. Big Sean has, I don't know anyone that's flowing like that has that flow.
Yeah.
He's talking really fast and he's almost like, it sounds like he's fumbling over the beat, but he's still on beat.
Yeah.
That's unique to Big Sean. And I thought Logic, the way he he switched his flow up and went sort of turbo Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was cool. It was
yeah.
Okay.
It was all right. Yeah. Cool. I agree with you.
All right, on to the next one. Every Day.
work hard every motherfucking day. It's my day. La 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 la. Yeah.
Now that.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
What's that song? Who did that? That doo 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 doo.
I can't even hit that.
Didn't she say la 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 la?
That was the shit though.
That was hot.
Yeah, I love that song.
Like we really almost. You ever see Tommy Boy?
Yeah, that's the shit.
Tommy
dude.
Boy when they was fucking around.
Yeah.
They fucking around singing the song and they got serious and shit. Don't you
Baby, tell me you love me, baby.
Yeah, that was just funny.
Yeah.
The la 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 was funny.
Roll up to the spot, feeling real good. Think you gon' talk shit, you better not. My homies real hood. Now it's as quick as you rise, just as quick as you could fall.
That's very true.
Oh no, 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 I can't fuck with that at all. All she ever wanted was attention and a bunch of other shit I shouldn't mention. Cause she got daddy issues for days and days. Fuck the lights and the cameras and the money and the fame. I'ma do it for the fam right now. I'ma get it for the 301 and the RATTPAC. Cause you know I work hard every motherfucking day. It's my day. La 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 la. Yeah.
You know, George, the beat I don't think is bad on this. I think the beat's okay. But you know what it kind of sounds like to me, man? What it kind of reminds me of is kind of just a fun song. I could see people liking that just because it's fun. It's just today is my day. You know, I just think it's, you know, just kind of a fun song to people. I think that's what that's going to go down as. Personally.
Okay.
I really don't like it, but I think everyone else is gonna like that shit.
I thought the beat was terrible. I thought it was.
Really?
I thought it was some full. I thought it was produced well. There's a difference between something sounding good, sonically produced well, and actually being a good beat to my ear. I thought it sounded like some Pop-Tart fluff.
It does.
Trying to make a radio single. Corny beat. It was corny. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Logic, but this was just corny.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? The chorus was corny.
But people are gonna like that shit. Watch.
It is. I can tell you what type of people we like this type of song. You know what I'm saying? And it's not anybody from where I'm from. No disrespect.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So it was corny. This was just corny. You know what I mean? So shout out to Logic. You know, flow wise, he's still gonna be able to flow. I love how he incorporates melody to say something good about it. He has a knack for creating something that can sound appealing to a group outside of maybe the purest hip hop community or the people who are really in touch with the culture. I get what he was doing on this track. I just thought generic, just
I got you.
You know, so let's get to the next one. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. So last joint is 44 More.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we've already done it. If you guys haven't checked that video out, check out the 44 More video we did. We'll vibe out to this. You guys know our thoughts on it, so we'll just let it rock out.
Ride out. Hey.
Bitch, I've been going and going like the Energizer. Yeah, I'm supplying the wood like Elijah. Indica smoking no indica, might fuck around and compartment Elijah.
You know, he knew what track to lead.
Yeah.
He knew what track to lead off this mixtape with. I tell you, he knew.
Now I'm finna like I never done it, and I wanna run it, and I wanna keep it going and going like infinity. Be the only entity to ever rip it apart, but it's not like this.
Coming from someone who is a lyrics first person, sometimes someone does something so special with their flow that lyrics definitely don't matter as much, right? That was just a special moment.
Yes, it was.
That was a different type of level. So you still give them credit for it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Never should excuse not having lyrics. Sometimes something is just really special, and I thought that part right there, how he switched his flow, I think it was like 3 times in really quick sequence, man, was hard.
Daddy blew $20 million. Ayy, he had the flex to be acknowledged. Ayy, he in the club throwing dollars and I cannot afford to send me to college.
And Logic's talking about himself. I fucked that up in the other video. I thought he was talking about his dad, remember?
Oh, that's right.
He's actually talking about himself. So I fucked that up in a 44 More reaction when you guys see that. The people who haven't seen that.
Yes, you know I enjoy this. Preach, motherfucker, preach. Yeah, I'm trying to reach everybody in the streets, putting words to the beats. Each one, teach one. Yeah, I'm trying to reach one. Who the beast one? That be me on the top to the east one. Tell me how you really want to do it right now. This. Talk all you want, we are not the same. Step in the spot that ain't know the name.
You can't front on that. You can't. If you're being objective, you're not fronting on that.
You can't.
You're not fronting on the man switching flows 4 times. I get it. He wasn't saying much of anything that, lyrically, even though he had a couple lines in this.
He did.
But you can't front on that. The different pockets he was able to achieve. Come on, man.
And to me, that's delivery.
Yep.
How you're delivering the line, right? I've heard so many artists flow, and they're like, man, that motherfucker's killing the flow and this and that, but it still sounds awful to me.
Yeah.
How do you captivate your audience? And Logic, to me, is one of the best to do that shit.
He's dope with that.
Anybody hating on the boy, take a step back and then deep throw. Here's 44 more.
As I was going through these tracks, man, there were some tracks in here that I really liked, but then there was some that it just again, man, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it just really sounds like he's just out of his comfort zone. Because I just think he's just out of his element when he's talking about making money. He talked about making 30 million how many times?
Yep.
I can't even count it. And it becomes repetitive.
Yes.
Right? It's just very, very repetitive, man. So I don't want to say anything bad about Logic, but if I'm keeping it 100, man, there was only a couple songs on this whole album that I really liked. The whole body of work was okay. I'm not saying it's bad, but I just don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, I only really like a couple tracks.
I agree, man. I'm only gonna revisit a couple songs on this one. I think Indica Badu is fire.
Yes.
Indica Badu is fire. I like what he did on Yuck. I like some of the production there. Boom Trap Protocol. I like the beat. I just didn't like, you know, the change up in that or the auto tune in that. Contra had a cool beat, but overall, man, it's just not something that I'm gonna really revisit outside of a few songs. I'm gonna take the Indica Badu and maybe Yuck and a couple others, and then I'm gonna be done with the mixtape. And look, guys, we understand that Bobby Tarantino is this sort of alter ego of Logic, right? Just like Young Sinatra is sort of that young, old school, slick talking Logic. We get that. But it doesn't change the fact that lyrically, he seemed out of his comfort zone with what he was talking about.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like when Beyonce becomes Sasha Fierce, she's pulling that off very well, right? Mm-hmm. She's able to become this Sasha Fierce character, but she's what people call fierce. Yes. She's able to exude the fierceness. When you start becoming like the flex guy, when you talk about flexing and money talk, just because you're talking about a shallow content, it doesn't mean that shallow content can't be talked about in a slick, clever, intelligent manner. It may not be admirable to talk about money and talk about boastful shit,
right? But
it can still be done in an intelligent manner and in a slick, clever manner.
Correct.
You know what I mean? In skillful manner. And it's because it's been done.
Yes.
In the history of hip hop, Biggie, Jay, Rick Ross, Drake. You know what I mean? Like these are guys that talk slick, Fabulous. These are guys that talk that slick money talk, but they make that shit clever.
Yes.
And that's what I saw in here. I was like, you're talking flex talk, but the lyrics are almost elementary, guys. Almost elementary in a lot of these songs. And we know that Logic is better than that.
Hell yeah.
Logic is comfortable. He's in a position right now in his life. He made a lot of money. It looks like he put this mixtape out, they said, within a week or two, and it sounds like it.
Yes, it does.
It does. My advice to Logic would be don't ever do that again. Don't ever put out a rush project that's not up to your standards. Mm-hmm. Right? Artists like Kendrick's a great example. J. Cole, these guys are very meticulous. Even if it's a mixtape, even if it's a freestyle, even if it's a feature, they're making sure that they're putting their best foot forward and making sure that perception of them being an elite stays up there. They're not putting out rush projects, half-assed.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I know this sounds harsh, but we really want Logic to see this, and man, don't do that again, dude. Don't put out a rush project like that again, because this was lukewarm lyrically. I would say get rid of the auto-tune, dude. That's just not your lane. And just remember to stay true to what got you here, man.
Yes.
Stay true to what got you here. Yep. So what Ryan was saying, the other Bobby Tarantino tape that we said this earlier in the video. The other Bobby Tarantino mixtape had a mixture.
Yeah.
It had 44 bars and it had these songs slaving, but it also had flexecution, right?
Yeah.
It had a mixture, so he was able to kind of have fun with it, but still give you the core of who he is.
Right.
So not a fan of this. Couple songs that I like. I'll say Indica Badu 100%. Other than that, maybe Warm It Up and Yup.
And 44 More. I like that
44 More was cool too. But, those are the three that really I feel like I'm going to go back to consistently. So
yeah, I've been bumping that Indica Badu since we did the damn video.
That's crazy.
That's
one of the best songs he's made, in my opinion.
Comment on it, man. Let's have some dialogue around it.
Comment on it, but be respectful.
Of course.
Our opinion doesn't make your opinion invalid. This is music, guys. It's subjective. There's a motherfucker in the world somewhere that enjoys watching paint dry. They think that that's art.
Exactly.
Not me. But whoever that is, good for that person. This is all subjective, guys. It's just our opinion. It doesn't make your opinion invalid. It doesn't invalidate who you are, because people take this shit so personally. And it's just
that's true.
So that's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Las Vegas, George Ryan.
We out.